Alright, so in this video, we're going to learn how to factor out the GCF from in this case, is a trinomial by looking at the GCF and being able to divide that out from each term. So in order for us to find that GCF, we're going to make our little chart and write all of our terms inside of that chart, separated by commas. So again, to identify what your terms are, we are separating each term by a minus sign or a plus sign, so in this case it's all minus signs. And now we're going to do one thing at a time. With the three terms, they all have a 3A, B, C, or some sort of combination of those letters and numbers. So we're going to first factor out the greatest common factor, or greatest common number, which would be a 3. So you can divide each term by 3, so we're going to write that on the outside. And so what we're left with is just the 1a squared bc minus negative 1 ab squared and negative 1 abc. So now, of the three, we have 1, negative 1, so there's nothing really in common besides 1. But we can look at the letters and notice how they all have at least 1a. So you can factor out or divide out each term by 1a. So when you factor out or divide out a single a from each term, you're left with a 1bc, or I'm sorry, 1abc, because there was 2 originally, so there's 1abc. Since there's 1a in the second term, we're just going to left with negative 1b squared. And then our final term is going to be negative 1bc. So looking at the remaining terms, we look at each term and see what they have in common. They have at least a b in each term, so we can factor out a b. And when we get, or what we get left is a 1ac, negative 1b, and negative 1c. So notice how the b squared in the second term dropped down to just a 1 because we factored one of them out, and then the negative 1bc, the b just turned into 1, so we just are left with a c. So looking at all three terms left, the only thing in common is technically just 1. So then to get our GCF, we multiply all of our terms that we factored out, or factored out all of our numbers and letters. So 3 times a times b times 1, our GCF would be 3ab. So then we factor out the 3ab from our expression, and we're left with our three terms, 1ac minus b, and then minus c. This would be completely factored with our greatest common factor of 3ab.